Honor your body. Believe it or not, that is an essential piece to feeling spiritually reconnected and to stay connected is honoring the body. And the first piece that I find that most people just let go and don't even realize that they are letting go of is sleep. Um, we as a culture have somehow learned to think that not needing to sleep a lot is cool, but it's actually not. It's not the worst thing for you. It's amazing when looking at all the different studies that exist. Americans are some of the most sleep deprived people in the whole world. So finding out like what your body needs and what your sleep rhythm is really important. These days you can download apps and which can actually track your sleep and tell you what type of sleep you're getting. You don't even have to have a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or anything like that or anything on your body. I actually have one of these apps and it's been amazing. It tells you like what the optimal amount of sleep is for you. Personally, for me, it is between 7 and 7.5 hours. That is my optimal window. Some people it's 5 hours, some people it's 10 hours. It just depends who you are and you need to like find what is right for you. But in the meantime, if you don't want to download an app, if you're feeling stressed out, if you're feeling uncentered, I mean, anything at all, the first thing to look at is to ask yourself, am I getting enough sleep? And what do I need to do in order to make sure that happens? It's like making sure sleep is an absolute number one priority because then our brains have a chance to rest and recharge. Of course, when we dream, oftentimes we are literally unloading things in our day and processing them, and actually, um, our brains are being rewired for more wholeness when we allow ourselves to go into deep REM sleep. Also, sleep allows our physical bodies to heal. I mean, I think we all know that one as well. So that's number one is am I sleeping enough? It is so important to take care of the body. The second piece is diet. What are you eating? Now, not everybody's going to be a vegetarian. I know there are a lot of movements on that these days. And, whatever you choose for your diet that is right for you, it's like don't let anything anybody says shame you into not doing what's comfortable for you. Whether you actually, want to be a vegetarian and you're the only vegetarian in your house. That's happened to me when I was a vegetarian for a long time. Or if, you actually are a meat eater and you find that works for you. It's like you got to find what works for you. But be kind to your body. Of course, if you're going through a stressful time and the first thing you put in your body is a Starbucks Frappuccino, yeah, of course, you're going to not feel great for the rest of the day. You can't also say, well, I'm so spiritual that this isn't going to affect me. And I'm allowed to say that because I've tried that. I've totally done that. I'm so spiritual, I can transcend what food will do to me. No, actually, I can't. That's a great idea. Maybe if I was a yogi that lived up on a mountain and meditated for 10 years in a deep transcendental state and was able to transmute matter, then a Starbucks wouldn't bother me. But, all that stuff, I mean, I think we go into a lot of spiritual, that's almost like a bypass. So anyway, we don't do that. We're very real with our bodies and say, what do we need? Do I need more protein? Do I need more vegetables? Do I need more fruit? Like, what's going to make me feel good so I'm not having a caffeine rush or a sugar rush as the day goes on, and keep a level blood sugar. I mean, these are just things, normal things. But when we're stressed out and going through hard times, like the first thing is you forget about. So this is something to just bring back, like, things we already know, but sometimes we just need to be reminded. Also, the next piece here is exercise, and if you haven't exercised for a while, you don't really feel like it, right? But Once you get into it, it's like you force yourself for 3 or 4 days, at least 30 minutes of, if you can do some, walking's great, but if you do more than that, the benefits will be phenomenal. For example, when I do, let's see the exercises here I wanted to share with you, doing something that's kind of intense, like Kundalini yoga, martial arts, Tai Chi, which is also a form of martial arts, of course. What ends up happening is you are strengthening your core. And when you strengthen your core, your energy, you are creating more energy around your solar plexus field, which also increases your energy in your auric field. And as a result, what happens then is you are able to energetically protect yourself against any incoming energies, and you're able to show up in the world as you rather than the world showing up in your energy field without you asking it. So that is something I cannot stress enough. That's something that isn't really being taught very often yet. I'm starting to see it, which I'm very happy about. The Kundalini yoga tradition, people are very aware that this is a real thing, and also the martial arts, also very aware of it. But the New Age community, for some reason, this has not gotten in there yet. So when you do these exercises that help to strengthen your core, and even regular, just vinyasa yoga, hatha yoga, um, all of it will help to strengthen your core. Other exercises as well. And this gives you a solid emotional base when you are meeting the world. No matter how psychic and empathic you are, because I can say that because I know, this is your magic tool. This is why exercise is especially important if you've been going through a hard time, because it will help you with your sense of soul and your sense of self, to keep you aware of you and not taking on other people's energies all the time. And then if you are, you'll know you are. So magic tool, but so simple. Things are actually much simpler than we make them out to be. Ah, yes. And finally, the cold shower. What did I say? Cold shower? I said cold shower. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was part of the Kundalini yoga tradition. Yeah, you take cold showers, and it took me a couple of years. Even I said, hell no, I'm not taking a cold shower. But finally, I got talked into it, and it is phenomenal. When you get up in the morning, even if you just take a 2-minute cold shower first thing, what it does, and there's so many health benefits to taking a cold shower. So many different cultures actually do this. It's like the ancient Greeks, the Romans, the Russians, the Japanese, practitioners of Shinto, um, Taoists, and the list goes on. There's a reason for that. But the reason I like the most, because I'm all about let me conquer myself, right? When I can get up and get in the cold shower and say, I'm going to do this, it means that I am able to overcome myself and my limitations. So this is why people also do that. It's you overcome yourself. You overcome any laziness that you might have about becoming a better person, because our minds, our conditioned minds, are always pulling us back. Some people call it the ego, whatever you want to label it. I find when I really look at what it is, it's like the conditioned mind will try to pull us back and say, no, it's just much more comfortable to take a warm shower. Yeah, it is. But when you get in, you take the cold shower. Number one, you've overcome yourself. And number two, it's like it just creates this entire immune system flush in your body. And therefore, when you get out, you feel amazing. It's like it's literally better than having a cup of coffee, because you don't have that adrenal rush from the coffee. You just feel wide awake. And I especially love doing the cold shower when I'm going through a very hard time. It seems kind of counterintuitive, but especially like this last year doing, the pandemic was very intense for me. It's like I lost a relative to COVID, and, it was so challenging. And this is one of the practices that helped get me through, and to feel centered and to feel invigorated no matter what. So I cannot recommend it highly enough. So anyway, that was this little piece, this chapter on honoring your body.